Elise, why didn't you tell me about the change of the date of the lunch meeting? I thought it was today, so I'd been waiting since noon, you know? Sorry. I messaged everyone individually, but I just forgot to let you know. I think it's really on purpose, isn't it? What makes you think that? Elise, you've been very hostile towards me. Last time, didn't you also lie to me about the other meeting place? As you can see, when you do the same thing twice, I am inclined to doubt you. Well, Ayla, I guess it's true that I don't like you much. What did I do that you didn't like? Ayla, unlike some of my other mom friends, you don't follow what I say. Even though I'm the boss mom of this group, you're acting sassy. If I do whatever you tell me to do, then aren't you just making fun of me? Besides, you have to be clear about what you want to say. I'm just not comfortable with it. That's the point! You just said, yes, that's right. It would have been good if you just kept obeying. In other words, but you always give me your opinion every time. In other words, you don't like me because I'm being sassy, and so that's why you're harassing me? When it comes to raising children, I don't think that kind of thing is good. Oh my god, you're so annoying. Oh, by the way, are you coming to the upcoming Mom Club's trip? You're being kind of rude. I'll be there for the trip, of course. It feels like I'm the one who planned most of it anyways. Oh, so you stuck your nose into the travel plans this time, huh? My husband works for a travel agency, so I only ran for secretary because I thought I could help. Your husband, as I recall, he works for a major travel agency, doesn't he? Yes. Well, unlike my husband, I don't think he has a similar position. No, my husband is a department head. What? I mean, he's not much older than my husband, and the company isn't as well known as the one where my husband works. I'm getting even angrier. I didn't mean to offend you. You make me feel bad talking to you. Well, let's drop this conversation now, shall we? I'm too busy, so please excuse me. Several days later. Ayla, it's about the upcoming trip with the Moms Club, but they changed the meeting time to 1 p.m. What? Why all of a sudden? Actually, a mom who is a member of the group just can't make it at 10 o'clock, so I decided to change the time. Do the other moms know? Of course! I've already given messages to the other members of the group individually. Isn't it faster if you just sent it as a group message? If it's a group message, maybe they won't look at it, right? It's an important message, so I had to contact you individually. But will the tickets be okay? It's okay. I've made arrangements for you. Okay. Are you doubting me by any chance? That's because you've done the same thing to me twice. I'm so sorry about that. I think I was out of my mind. If you're mad at me, I'll get down on my knees and apologize. No, you don't have to go that far. I'm not angry with you in the first place. Ayla, you are so sweet. It kind of brought tears to my eyes. Are you really crying? Yeah, I'm crying because I'm so moved. Okay. For now, the meeting time will be at 1 p.m., right? Yeah, don't come in early, okay? Why? I don't see anything wrong with getting there early. Why don't you take the time to get some rest? Ayla, you are a hard worker. You must be tired of housework and childcare every day. That is also the case with you, Elise. We're both housewives, so we're in this together. Well then, I'll see you at 1 p.m. on the day itself. It's not 10, it's 1. You don't have to say it over and over again. 1 p.m. Well, I'll be looking forward to it. Travel day. Ayla, you're a sleepyhead, aren't you? When are you going to show up at the meeting point? Everyone is already here, you know? Good morning. Oh no, wasn't it at 1 p.m. today? Sorry, I made a mistake with the time of the flight. We'll go first. You don't have to come. I already have everyone's ticket. Huh? Have you forgotten? This trip was booked by me, and I even arranged the tickets, remember? Oh, yes. You have the tickets for the 10 a.m. departure. You don't even have a ticket. How are you going to get on the plane? Even if you buy it now, you won't make it in time for departure, you know? That can't be helped. Then I'll just explain it to my friends and let them know what's going on. We'll leave on the next flight. I know it hurts to have to spend extra money, but I don't have a choice. They're saying that they don't feel like traveling with you, though. Huh? Actually, I and a few other moms know about your attempt to set me up. What do you mean? After receiving a call from you about the time change, I checked with my other mommy friends. They then said that none of them had ever heard of the time change, so I realized that you've been trying to set me up again. Why did you even check? Isn't it obvious? As you can imagine, even I would be suspicious if you did the same thing twice. I'm not that stupid. Wait a minute. Then why is it that even though I lied to you about the meeting time, the other mommy friends are here? And you say that they don't want to travel with me? I don't understand what you mean. That is, until the day of the trip, we'd been pretending that we knew nothing. Huh? We were trying to discuss how to interact with you in the future, depending on what you'll do today. Then, if I had set you up as planned, you'd all stop interacting with me? Yes, we all know your selfish behavior, and we got fed up, and we're looking for a good opportunity to stop talking to you. But I'm the boss mom that everyone loves, right? You said you'd all stop seeing me? I think the idea itself is strange, don't you? In your case, you're just a self-proclaimed boss mom. It's not self-proclaimed. You all treated me like a leader. If you were adored as a leader, I don't think the moms would leave you though, would they? In fact, even now, you're alone, right? Huh? When did they disappear? While you were preoccupied with messaging me, they went back home. Went back home? Then what about today's trip? I don't know. Elise, why don't you go alone? We were all supposed to travel together today, weren't we? Are you saying that we all won't go? We're talking about going another day. The plane ticket for today got wasted, but when you think about it, they all got excused from going with you, they said. Hey, and that includes my ticket? They'll give me my money back, right? Normally, you would have taken care of the rest for us, so isn't it reasonable to bear the burden? Huh? Because you were trying to exclude me from the group, you ruined everyone's trip, you know. If you changed your mind on the day of the trip, you could have let me know the original time or something, at the very least. It's too bad because we could have had a normal trip. Then that means no trip today? That's right. I'll be in trouble. I told my family that we're going on a mom's club trip today, you know? For today's trip, I got my in-laws to take care of my kids. If I told you that the trip was cancelled on short notice, it would look suspicious. That has nothing to do with us. Why don't you just be honest with your family? Or if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you could go on a trip alone. What the hell? You're really trying to exclude me from the group, aren't you? The first one to leave me out of the group was you, though. I've heard from other moms, but if you don't like someone, even just a little, you have no problem leaving them out of your group. I'm not trying to exclude you from anything. Before me, there was Carla, whom you victimized, it seems. Carla was very kind and had been getting along just fine, but in the end, it seems she got pretty stressed. Shut up! That was because Carla's daughter was bad for not giving the role of princess to my daughter while they were in the playground. When I told them that my daughter was more gorgeous, she said that she can't allow anyone to say anything bad about her kid and snapped at me. She has every right to be angry about that. On the contrary, you wouldn't feel good if someone said something bad about your own children, would you? I won't let anyone speak ill of my daughter. I think people like that should go to hell. In the same way that you prioritize your kid above all the other kids, we too care very much of our own children. If so, the boss mom's kid should be respected more than the other children, right? Can you even understand that much? I can't keep up with you anymore. In the first place, we don't think of you as the boss. Huh? You took on that position on your own and behaved as if you were one. But a leader as a person isn't someone who manipulates others to do what he or she wants them to do, you know? As they think about each and every member, they also recognize the people who coordinate everything, I think. Shut up! I've lived on this land longer than you have, you know? I'm the one who knows this land inside and out. Even though I was trying to form a group and become friends with you guys, this is how you return the favor, huh? So you're saying that since you've lived on this land longer than we have, you want to say that you're great? Of course! If you ever disobey me in the future, you'll pay for it. Did you listen to what I just said? We're not going out with you anymore, is what I said. We would never go traveling and eating out with you, even if you invited us. Oh, really? Then fine. I will get all my other mom friends together and go traveling or whatever. Okay. I don't know if you'll ever find a friend, but good luck. I'll find them. You'll see. I'll give them an even more luxurious trip too. Several days later. Hi, Ayla. I need to talk to you about something. May I? What is it? Oh, thank God you answered. So, what's the story? I just wanted to apologize for acting like I didn't care about whatever you guys wanted to do. I'm so sorry. I never thought I would hear an apology from you. My husband was so angry with me after that time. I realized I was in the wrong. I would have done the same thing if another mom friend had done it to me. It makes me sick, and I'm glad you understood. So, I'd like to join you on that trip. Do you mean the Moms Club trip that we're planning for? Yeah, I thought I'd like to go with everyone. Huh? Aren't Moms Club members the only people who are supposed to be invited to the trip? I know, but you couldn't get any members together, so you're thinking of trying to make up with us and have you join us on the trip, right? How did you know that I couldn't get any members together? I heard it from another group of moms. They said that you persistently invited them to travel with you, so they were troubled. Troubled? Elise, it's because you're famous, even in other mom groups, as someone who is annoying and selfish, you see. Did they call me that behind my back? It seems so. By the way, Elise, on that last trip, the fact that you had tried to exclude me from the group has already spread around. I knew it! After that trip was over, the other group of moms felt like they were distancing themselves from me. They'd say hello, but then they'd just leave. It's not the first time, though, that you're not well thought of by those around you. Oh, right. I feel hurt more and more. In order for people to not distance themselves from you anymore, you should change the way you behave around people from now on. Yes, so back to my point, but I guess I can't travel together with you guys? I alone cannot make that decision. Well, then why don't you ask some of the other mom friends? I asked in the group chat. Everyone hates the idea. If it's just a meet and greet, it's not a big deal. They do not want to have interact with you any further. Oh, no, please. If you do this, no group will want to let me join in, too. I don't want to be alone for the sake of my children. Sorry, but no matter how many times you say it, the answer remains the same. To be honest, I also don't like interacting with you anyways. What the hell? I'm already humbling myself before you, so you should have taken it. You could just cancel your trip. No, we will not cancel it, because we intend to implement it as planned. Then I'll call it off. Huh? What are you thinking? Don't underestimate my power as the boss mom. Several days later. Elise, this is such a childish thing to do. What's fun about this? What are you talking about? Elise, right? I called the hotel to cancel. Huh? What are you talking about? There's no use in playing dumb. We know everything. But I told them your name and I said please cancel. He said yes, you know? If you say so, then the culprit, as I've expected, was you, wasn't it? Actually, that hotel is owned by a relative of mine. Is that so? Your husband works for a major travel agency, and you said his relatives run a high-end hotel. What the hell are you? It just so happened that it was my aunt who answered the phone, so they contacted me right away. It seemed that you were trying to ruin our trip, but the trip will proceed tomorrow as planned. It's unfortunate, isn't it? What? What? Why didn't it work? This time, of course, I've reported it to your husband, so... My husband? Of course I mean your husband. What? He said that you're a woman who never learns and apologized to me. Also, in addition to the ticket cancellation fee from last time, he said that he'll even offer to pay me a settlement fee. Of course, I didn't intend to punish your husband, so I said no. Huh? My husband? Did he pay the cancellation fee? Yes, he did. He came all the way to my house and brought me the money. We exchanged contact information too, at the time, in case something happened in the future. I didn't know that! I didn't expect it to be so useful so soon. My husband! What did he say? He said he had lost all confidence in being with you, you know. What? Don't tell me he's getting a divorce! I don't know if you'll have to ask your husband about that. Wait! I don't want a divorce! Please, explain to my husband that it was a misunderstanding. I don't want to. In the first place, the fact is that you've tried to screw up our trip twice, right? As you can imagine, we've had to go through the same thing twice. I can't just keep quiet about it. I'm sorry! I've been a little bit mad myself, and... That's why I've been saying, I think there are things that you should and shouldn't do. Just because you don't get your way, it doesn't mean that you should bother people. I'm sorry! That's enough. For now, we'll just have to wait and see what happens later. I think I'll let your husband take care of it. I don't know what to do. I just got pissed off the other day. My husband says there won't be a next time. You may not be forgiven next time, maybe. Then does that mean I have to leave the house? I don't know that. You have to decide on it as a couple, so... No! I absolutely hate being alone. All of this was brought about by your selfishness. I can only say that you deserved it. Oh, no! Don't leave me! You mean you don't care what happens to me? Yes. For the record, I want nothing to do with you. Huh? If you would just get out of this city, it would honestly be helpful. The other mummy friends and I will be able to spend time from now on without feeling stressed out. You don't have to say that much! That's how selfish you are, and we're so fed up with it. Well, then, since we have nothing more to talk about, if you'll excuse me. Also, I'm going to block your number. Wait a minute! Goodbye. Thereafter. It seems that Elise and her husband have become separated shortly after. She left their home and for the time being, started living alone in an apartment. As for her husband, he became completely disillusioned with her, and so divorce seems to just be a matter of time. We, on the other hand, were able to conduct a trip safely. Elise was also not there this time, so this may have been the most enjoyable trip I have ever taken. From now on, I'm going to live peacefully with the friends that I get along with.